you have it, and it's my tax money I pay for it. Why use you one other country, you having it, and I have to pay for it? Why is that?
Well, therefore, I mean, first of all, you're asking a woman that basically doesn't have any kids. But if I decided to have 5, 6, 20 kids, that is my right to do so. No one tells you whether or not where to shoot your sperm and what limitation of amount of sperm you're allowed to spit out to this world. But it's
but the question I ask is that why should I, as taxpayer, pay for you having kids? Because taxpayers the one pay for when people have a lot of kids.
Yeah, but you're going to pay. You're going to pay if she has one. You're going to pay if she has none. It costs more not to have none than it do to have some. So if you're going to pay for her not to have none, right, and she's going to get an abortion, you're paying for it. You understand? If she decides, I don't want to have no kids at all, you're still paying for it because you're paying for her to stay alive. She's got to go out and she's not working, right? And I'm working, okay? She's not working and she's a woman. I'm still paying for her. I'm still paying for her. This is why we have health aid. This is why we have welfare. I'm still paying for it. So regardless of the point if she don't have none or 100.
Look at it like that, though.
You see, people are not looking.
If everybody want to make it, they're responsible for their kids. Why should we be responsible for their kids?
It's like this.
You want to make it there everywhere. You're responsible.
Sometimes in life,
you gotta know when to stop.
People do fall short, and then they turn around and have upcomings. You could turn around and have a great life today, and then tomorrow an accident could cause all that to be swept away. Therefore, this is the reason why there's help, and there's definitely different. This is what makes us the democracy that we are.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. You got women who has one kid, struggling, tearing up herself. You understand? One. Then you got a woman that has a bunch of kids, and she's just making ends meet. I feel like abortion. I don't, like I said, I don't believe in it, but I like the option of knowing a woman has an option to say yes or no. See, we all decide. You have kids. You got a son here. If he decides he want to go out there and populate the world and whatnot, you're responsible for it.
No, I'm not. Because he made that easy.
I know, but what I'm saying is like my son I got 16 children. Okay, I got 9 grandchildren. My son got 5 kids. My daughter got 3. My other daughter got 1. Now I can't tell my son don't go out here and not have kids. I can't tell my daughters don't go out here and have kids. But they're here. And my tax dollars is taking care of his kids, her kids, his kids, you, your kids, everybody else. This man is a bus driver. He works every day driving the bus. His money is going to take care of all of us in here right now. If I go to jail, he's taking care of me. You know why? Because they got to pay to feed me.
Exactly.
They got to pay to feed me. You understand? So, regardless of the point, your tax dollars, the government been lying to us for all these years.
Yeah.
They've been lying to us about all the way the money is going, this, that, and the third. Your money, your money is not even your money. It's their currency.
And that's another thing too. At the end of the day, the reason why I believe that people more so are against the kids, not having the kids active part of it, is because the simple fact is that's not where they would like to see their money being spent. But if you actually knew where your money was going into, it goes to different, like you said, different sources. If you actually knew all the sources that your money was going into, people always bring up the kid factor, the welfare aspect of it. But there's Social Security, there's health aid, there's not only people making kids on the government programs, there's all different aspects that people are being helped on a daily
It's the government with the doctors who's sitting around, and you got women who can't have kids or their husband might not be able to have kids. And like we said, they got doctors playing God, putting stuff inside women and playing mad scientists, and a woman only wants 1 baby and coming out with 6 to 8 babies. But that's tax money. But you don't exactly know where your money going. Because you're looking at it like this: what I don't know don't hurt.
Right.
If I don't know where my money going, I'm fine with it. If it's taking care of you, then good. I'm doing something good in my life.
They're all saying that it's going to make it for people with women with babies. It doesn't. That's the whole point.
They keep making an argument that it's just going towards women and welfare. It's not going there. The money is not going there.
Exactly. And nursing homes that are not being taken care of, and they have their money being issued to them, whatever the case
you made a good point. Speaking of that, what about the elderly? So you'll feel fine knowing that your money is going to take care of the elderly, right? Families that have big families that can take care of their mother and their father. What do they do? They decide, I want to throw my mother in a home.
Yeah, for everybody.
You know that an elderly person, they live longer when they with their family. But when you decide to take your mother and send her somewhere else, you got to pay someone like her, someone like Charlie, someone like yourself to go in there and take care of my mother that I could have did myself.
But she got a job, so you know.
All right,
yeah,
then.
but she got a job.
But she got a job.
She got a job, but that's a job that I could have took care of myself. If I have a big entire family, you understand?
And once again, you did bring up the fact with family unit. If grandma does not want to help her son because her son had a baby and the baby needs still food, pampers, everything like unassisted, and the baby's going to be struggling, of course there's still those assistant programs to make sure that the baby is taken care of.
You know, in life and death, that like they tell you right now, it costs no less than $6,000 to bury you. To bury you. This is a free world. Why they can't just bury you for free? It costs you $6,000 to be buried in land that's not even yours. You are renting a spot. You renting a dirt spot. When they put you in the ground and they decide, oh, we're going to close up this cemetery, where's your body going? They're not going to notify you. It costs $6,000 to put you in a pretty box. They tell you we're going to put you in a suit.
People who just walked in, I asked Ice earlier, I'm going to ask you guys now. Do you think the government should regulate how many abortions a woman has?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me get
I've been to a few countries that actually they're doing it, and it's helping their society. It's helping their economy. China, Japan, they regulate it. They control and go. It's overpopulating. But right now in the United States, right now we're running low on water.
Okay,
Yeah, but
we're running low on
people trying to
food.
escape to the U.S. These same countries.
But
that
Charlie, you
go-
gotta understand,
But
that's that country.
In a sense,
we're
they
talking
should.
about here.
No,
we
they
talk,
should over here too.
if they say that we are, they say
using the system,
listen,
having kids, just to get more money.
Charlie, wait a minute.
That's not fair.
You're missing one point. They said President Barack Obama is the leader of the free world. Free world.
So why should you
Free.
regulate how many?
How you gonna regulate and tell
what it is
her?
I can do?
I want to hear
you
the sister
regulate?
says right here. Okay.
How
So you
is it
feel
that?
that
I feel that no, you should not be able to tell me what it is that I am. How many? Set a limit onto whether or not I want to have 1,000,001, because at the end of the day, if you turn around and you make a limit on it, once again we have the issue on, well, she's making these kids and basically these kids have to be taken care of by the government. But if I turn around and I made the choice of say I'm not having to get the kids, once again, why is that any of your concern? Like if that's not affecting you, it's not affecting your life if I don't have a kid, basically why is it that you're putting a limitation on me? It's not affecting this world if I turn around and I said, you know what, I can't if I have this conscious limit that I said, I don't want to bring this child into this world where I don't have the support, where I don't have the aid, where I don't turn around and have someone there to help me raise this child. The man's not there, and I made this clear, conscious decision that no one's going to be there to help me and support me, and I have to take care of this responsibility. Yes, at the end of the day, it might have a downfall to it. It might cause me a depression mentally for myself, but at the same time, why is that affecting you, how many that I choose not to have?
Or choose to have.
Or choose to have.
Now what if the government actually attached because of health issues, because of health reasons? Would it be okay?
Once again, they didn't in the past. How is it that they know whether or not there's certain drugs that are on the market that you turn around and you see like months later? If you're taking this medication, the side effects of it, please call the law offices of yada yada yada. If this is the case, and this is now we are in 2012, and you're now saying that it's side effects of having too many kids. Once again, this is all about you being able to control what it is that I am able to do, the freedom and the right for me to be who I am. I came to a country where I can be free to be able to express my needs, be in a controlled environment. Basically, like he said, you want to be in China, by all means, immigrate to China, and then have them say, hey, you can't have a girl on this pregnancy.
In China, you're only allowed to have, they are paying you in China just to have 2 kids. They telling you no more than 2. And they paying you. Like
if it's up to me and it's my choice, and then so be it. It's my choice. But at the end of the day, whatever goes on, and it's my body. Nobody puts a regulation on. I just say something as silly as tattoos. Nobody tells a man, hey, do not cover your whole body, head to toe, back, toes, and everything like that. Tattoos that or you're gonna look weird when you get older. No, but
no
they
one
do
puts
it.
a limitation on a man having 50,000 women.
They never turn around.
A man can go and have 50,000 women. He's looked like a conqueror, a hero. You got Will Chamberlain running around talking about he slept with 10,000 women.
He looks
Now
like
what if he got 10,000 women pregnant? Now every woman, let's say he had a baby with every woman he claimed to have.
And one of them plays they don't want to have it. They don't want to be trapped.
I think, but see, Ice, you just made a good point. Not to cut you off,
No problem.
I'm gonna get back to you.
Okay.
You made a good point, but I think there's a difference for people with this argument. There's a difference between having kids and being able to afford those kids. You know, so you just mentioned like Will. You know what I'm saying? That he had 50 kids. Now, Will's a celebrity. You know, he had money. So I'm looking at the people who really can't afford.
Listen, I can't afford to have the kids. I got 16 kids. Look what I'm doing. You filming me cutting hair. Look at my kids. My kids is healthy. My grandkids is healthy. You take care of your kids better when you have nothing, because you work harder to make sure that they can eat. You understand? When you
Let me get Ice at the picture as well. Hold on a second. But let me ask you guys this. Do you think the kids today, they use abortion as a form of birth control, meaning they're reckless today? I mean, I spoke to an older lady last night where she said abortion in her day, the option wasn't really there. Do you think these kids these days, they know that, not to put you on, they know that, you know, if worse comes to worse, if I get with this guy, I can always get an abortion.
Instead of using a condom.
Yeah. Do you think that plays a role in some of these young kids' decision making?
Well, the thing is like this. I don't think it plays a role, but it does help because growing up with my family, my dad's side of the family, there is 13 of them. There's a large family. There's a large sense of family. They were all growing up together. They all depend on each other. The community helped raise all these kids, all their brothers and sisters. We don't have that sense of community raising children anymore. We just basically, it's all for ourselves. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and therefore, if like I said, it might not even be that thought. It's like you're giving them that much credit at the minute of the time that okay, they're having sex, they're now like doing this whatever, and it's like yes, I know there's a way out to getting this. No, at the time they might have just been not even thinking or anything like that, and that is their option. Their option is normally thrown to them by their parents as well. The minute that they turn around and hear that hey, you know, their daughter got pregnant, okay, we need to get this done, because parents are the ones that do also encourage their kids. Like it's either the mother of the daughter or the mother of the son that turn around.